Hello and welcome to episode 4 of the Prof Office Hour. Today I would like to talk to you about a couple of things. One of the questions we always seem to get around here is what classes to take. And I know I kind of touched on this a couple weeks ago when we talked about the maps, but I want to kind of go more into it in terms of how that relates to whatever your major option is. Because it can look different depending on film, TV, etc. Then I want to cover some best practices as it relates to running a set as a director. Some of you are getting ready to make some stuff, so I want to go through that a little bit. So let's get into what classes to take. And these are generally I like to say these are the first 5 classes you should take here at Valley. And make sure that those classes are mixed in with your general ed classes, especially if you're working towards a degree. And I really feel everyone should work towards that degree here. I think it makes you a better and more well-rounded artist when you have all those other classes involved in it. But I digress. So if you are a film major, what are the first 5 classes you should take as you're starting your time here at Valley? Well, right off the bat, FTVM 122, Acting and Directing. Then FTVM 132, Film and Video Production 1. FTVM 114, Editing 1. FTVM 131, Cinematography. And FTVM 121, Writing for Screen. These will give you a great foundation as you head into your second year. Again, be sure to mix these in with your general education classes. And remember, you need to, within that first year, get your English C1000 class complete and a transfer level math class complete. All right, so now if you're broadcast major or TV major, here's the first 5 classes that we recommend for you. FTVM 130, TV Studio Production 1. FTVM 114, Editing 1. FTVM 111, Studio Audio Production. FTVM 120, Writing for Broadcast. And then you could do either FTVM 133, Broadcast News, or FTVM 134, Sports Broadcasting. Then your second year, in both cases, film or TV, you're focused on more of the advanced versions of those courses. And that's when typically students will do their short film or they'll work on a larger scale TV production, such as Rhythm Lounge. We also recommend before you get out of here that you take 198. That's our media practicum class, but you can use that for an internship. In November, when we go on fall break, before we go on fall break, rather, we'll have a counselor here to help you all get your spring schedule set up. So be sure to stay tuned. I'll be sending out more updates as to when exactly that'll be, but look for it that week before we go on fall break. Always, though, make sure you check with your counselor and check our website for more information. So I want to talk about best practices as it relates to directing your projects and working with actors. Some of you are just starting your journey with us and taking acting and directing with me now, or you're in 132, Film and Video Production 1, and you're getting ready to direct something. Or some of you are in short film or 234 with me and getting ready to do some projects. So what things to look at? Well, a thing we talked about last week in my acting and directing classes is this idea of interruption. And basically what that means is an activity or another actor interrupts what your actors might be doing. So this helps you as a director set up scenarios and obstacles that your actors have to overcome. That's really what you're trying to do, is create real circumstances for your actors to react to. There's an infamous scene that I show in my acting and directing class from the film On the Waterfront. Rod Steiger plays Marlon Brando's older brother. They're driving in the back of a cab, and out of desperation, Rod Steiger's character pulls a gun on his own brother.
Before we get to where, Charlie? Before we get to where?
Listen to me, Terry.
Take the job. Just take it. No questions. Take it.
Terry, take this job, please.
Charlie.
Please take it.
Charlie.
Basically, Brando downplays this to emphasize his disappointment that his own brother would think of trying to kill him over something small and insignificant. So, how Brando reacts to this is he plays it down. He plays it plays it smaller than it needs to. He's almost sad for his older brother, played by Rod Steiger in this character. And basically that pushes Steiger's character to do something brave. Another thing you want to do as a director is focus on blocking of the characters and the camera. There's a lot of information that you as a director can provide the audience in one shot based on where all your actors are and how the camera moves. Today in my acting and directing class, I showed a scene from Rebel Without a Cause where Natalie Wood, James Dean, and Sal Mineo, the three leads in that film, in the very beginning, the director masterfully pulls back and shows all three of them in the frame. This is a great way to visually set up who the main focus of that film is. And that the director is Nicholas Ray. So look up Nicholas Ray. He's a brilliant filmmaker. And a lot of those classic films do that is they don't have a lot of cuts. So they rely on more wide shots sometimes to give you a bigger scope. But just keep that in mind. There's a lot you can do with one shot versus several shots to get the information across as to what's going on and who you want your audience to pay attention to as a director. So anyway, that's it for this week. Thanks for checking in. Feel free again, email me those questions. Love taking this time to answer them. I'm working on some guests coming up for this show. Maybe some of you will be on here. Who knows? Anyway, I'll see you again next week. Take care.